Welcome back, baseball fans, to a new game here. Richmond Jazz versus your Southern Ohio Copperheads. As they face off here at Industry Center Stadium, my name is Samantha Garcia and I'll be doing the broadcast here today, July 3rd, 2020. I feel like this game and this year, the season has just gone so fast. We're already 13 games in. Copperheads now 10-4. Their record as they look to play against the Richmond Jazz, who are in the double digits. 4 wins here as Bob Smith is going to start off pitching. Evan Chmielewski, who we saw in right field yesterday, taking a crack at third base. And as we go around, Hunter Bentley, right field tonight. Starting off this game, starting out the first inning, DJ Porter hit just over 200 last year. This is his 3rd season with the Jazz. The Copperheads, after losing that game yesterday, they now fall to 3rd in the NL Central, so that just tells you guys as fans how close all of these teams are in comparison. No one's really outshining each other too much, so one game can really change it. And we have an overcast in Industry Center Stadium. Lights are already on at the top of the first. Visibility a little bit low, but the weather's fun, and we're gonna have a 2-1 count. Bob Smith, we saw start previous games. This is his first appearance that we've seen in the past 5 games from him, as he's got 3 balls and a strike. Strike number 2, full count. Smith against DJ Porter now. 5 pitches. Another one fouled off. So we didn't see the full lineup of the defense here for the Copperheads, but I'll be announcing their name as Bob Smith throws a changeup. Porter's going to take a swing and miss. First out is a strikeout now. We're going to have a substitution. Looks like Owen Moreland is going to fill in for Chmielewski at third base. Now, Peter Wynn Jr. second on deck, another right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss there. Bob Smith really relies on that fastball this season. Once he gets the speed behind it, that thing is always going to be in the box. It's now 1-1 the count. A little bit more fans here today. The past couple games have been super hot and humid. As much as you want to sit in and soak up the sun, sometimes these games are just too long. This one shot right into the pitcher. Smith able to get it a backhand. Out at first. Nice play there from Bob Smith. A complete 360 to toss it off to Wilson at first. Now, up to bat, Kenji Suzuki. Batting at 333. That's high. I mean, we've only seen the first 3 batters here for the Jazz, and they're all hitting above 300, well over 300. This one fouled off. And he thought about it, but decided not. So now we got 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs at the top of the first. This one hit right to second. And that's going to close the inning. Bob Smith unable to make that play and get the out. Looked like Wilson had some trouble at the first base bag getting that one there. Scott Moore at second base. They're going to write an error in for him. As now Suzuki's on first. And Clark Pike, fourth on this lineup, takes his turn. That one a ball. Clark Pike's last 3 games went 1 for 7, but his batting average still at .257. So this season for him combined has been pretty good, and it looks like he's growing out the beard a little bit early for playoffs, but he makes it look good as Suzuki almost got tagged out there at first. John Stabler behind the plate again. We saw a couple changes early on in the season, kind of who the Copperheads wanted back there, and John Stabler has kind of just become the guy that can do it all. As he catches one for another strike. No showers expected here tonight. Hopefully we'll have a rain-free game, but these clouds just make it look not that fun. As another ball goes up for Clark Pike. And Bob Smith's first walk of the night. Now Copperheads have to be smart here with 2 outs. We have 2 runners on the bags. It's Julius Collins for the Jazz. Look to maybe get a point or 2 up on the board. That one. Well, Bob Smith maybe in a little slump right now. Past 7 pitches have been balls, but 2 of them Richmond has swung at. So the past 5 then, I would say. That one right down the middle. 1-1. Julius Collins hitting .368 as he has 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. This one popped high but in foul territory. Another foul ball, and Copperheads might need to get some guys warming up in the bullpen as we're still only in the first inning. And Bob Smith has already thrown 23. Make that 24 with this foul ball. That one outside. Richmond Jazz wearing their brown and blue away jerseys with the white pants. Copperheads still having their all white with the green and yellow accent pieces here. And this one, foul ball again. Smith really going to need to close this one. Full count now. Runners at first and second. And they're going to say he swung at that one. Collins ends the inning. Bob Smith gets a rest. Still 0-0. When we come back, Copperheads up to bat. Pitching now, Chuck Nash. 3 starts out of the 13 games that they've played. He's pitched about 17 innings, so he has some throws under his belt on the big stadium. Now, as he has a nice beard. I was talking about Chuck's beard when he was batting, but it's just so much better up close. I mean, that thing is ridiculous. His first pitch, no good. Richmond Jazz now, as they got that win over the Cincinnati Steam, and the Copperheads took a loss to the Joes. That puts Richmond just above the Copperheads, sitting in second place in the NL Central. This game could determine kind of a little bit more standings. Scott Moore, first up to bat for the Copperheads. He's going to watch 3 balls go past him. Yesterday we saw Jarrett Hurd starting off. Scott Moore swings at this one. Into the outfield. That one took a bounce, and we're going to get a base run here. Yeah, just took a bounce right in front of the right fielder there. Is now Will Manson comes and take his turn at bat. First one. He's going to let a strike go past him. That one low. Nash just having a hard time finding that box. He throws that ball with some speed, but the stitches may be getting in the way a little bit here. As another one flies high. Manson's gonna swing, but a no-go now. Full count. Strikeout number 1 for Chuck Nash. That was a tough battle. Came from a 3-0 count and got a strikeout. That's going to be out number 1 here, as Brennan Uribe is going to come butt heads with Chuck Nash. Uribe has the highest batting average for the Copperheads and maybe across the division, 455. And to go along with that, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. I mean, this guy's an absolute hitting dog. Right as I say it, this one popped up and almost to the wall there. I was almost going to count and talk like he just hit a home run, but that one a little short. Out number 2. Scott Moore still hanging on at the first base back. CBJ Stinger, we've seen him be a pinch hitter. We saw him in yesterday's game against the Joes. And he faced the batter 4 times, but his first 3 times that he did, he swung at the very first pitch. And here he decides to let 2 go past him as he's got a ball and a strike. And Scott Moore steals second. He's out. That's going to end the inning here. What a nice snag there to end it. We come back. top of the second now. The Jazz already on their 6th batter of the game, Jamal Mann. First one of the second inning is a strike. This is Jamal's 5th year with the Richmond Jazz. He must really like it there, especially in these summer leagues. Guys tend to bounce around. But 5 years with the team, there has to be something there. As he shoots one into second base, Scott Moore looks to make the out, and he's going to be safe. Nice base running. Is now Mitch Whitehead, number 2 for the Jazz. On a ball. Mitch averaging just a little bit over 200 so far in these 14 games played. The Jazz have 1 game advantage over the Copperheads. Copperheads 10-4. While the Richmond Jazz are 11-4. So this game could determine a lot. Bob Smith looking for a changeup mixed with a curveball. He's kind of pulling all these pitches that we haven't seen a lot from him here early on. Swings at that one. Toss to Scott Moore at second, and he's out at first. 2 outs now. Copperheads are very successful on getting double plays. They rarely either make a mistake or they rarely don't make that 2 out connection there. As now we have 2. As Ramon Domaromo comes up to bat. He swings at the first one. He has 140 home runs. Not this season, but collectively. That one, no good. After that pitch, that was Bob Smith's 38. Here at the top of the second. Like I was talking about, the pitching coach might actually have to rearrange his bullpen lineup and maybe take Smith out early. That's strike number 3. Copperheads bat when we return. Now starting this one off, CBJ Stinger. CBJ last game went 0 for 4. Getting a hit, but it being caught. Count 1-1. Strike number 2. That one fouled off. Another foul ball. 1-2. The count is this one's popped high, but in. Catch there. Out number 1. And maybe you guys were a tiny bit confused on why CBJ was batting again. It's because last time he was batting, Scott Moore decided to steal at second and he got out. So that gives him the opportunity to bat again, but he gets out. As Now Owen Moreland tries to get something going here. This one fouled. Another foul ball. The Copperheads on offense. Not getting the timing right. This one way outside the box for Nash. That one almost in the dirt. 2-2. The count now. Swing and a miss there. Owen Moreland out number 2. Make that Chuck Nash's second strikeout of the night. Third now, batting in this inning, center fielder Trevor Patton. As the first one, he's going to let walk by him. Trevor Patton last game went 2 for 3. And now he's looking to go 1 for 1. If he's going to be safe at first, shortstop there for the Jazz. Unable to make that diving catch. Now with 2 outs, Justin Kude, who arguably has one of the most interesting batting stances in this league. That one a strike. Kude this season has 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He actually hit his first home run in the first game against the Cincinnati Steam. And that was fun to call that one. When I'll admit it, the first game I almost made fun of. I was making fun of it, I'll be honest, because I've never seen that. But then he started hitting, and it just started working, so now I appreciate it. As he's now 1-2. He swings at that one. Kude with a 3rd strikeout. Top of the 3rd when we come back. Kicking this one off, Andrew Russo. Doesn't have a lot of stats on the board. I mean, maybe that's why he's at the bottom of the lineup, but hey, he's on the lineup. It's the first one on the ball. Andrew Russo was a newbie for this Jazz team, only coming here last year being his first year on the team, so he still has time to adjust. Time to work out. As he gets his first strike in the box. 2-1 the count. That one high for Smith. Get up here. You can see their faces, but maybe down on the field. The visibility may be a little bit lower due to this overcast. As this one shot to Trevor Patton in center field. He's going to easily snag that one. Out number 1. You could see leading Chicago now. Jumping up ahead, 12-5. Grand Lake in 2nd, and then Ohio in 3rd. trailing there behind. Top of the lineup now. For the Richmond Jazz, DJ Porter. Here's Bob Smith, first strikeout of the night. As DJ Porter looks to change things around. And that breaking ball broke perfectly. Strike number 1. That one on a strike. Bob Smith now on his 47th pitch. That one fouled off. DJ Porter, a 6'2" guy. We saw him. He got drafted out of Tennessee. Played a couple years at Tennessee Tech. Is now here with the Richmond Jazz. And back-to-back strikeouts for Porter there. Bob Smith's 4th of the night. As now Peter Wynn Jr. looks to change things around for his team on offense. His first at bat, he had that ground out to first. As Bob Smith really liking this curveball. The past 8 pitches he's been trying to throw that curveball, and he struck out Porter, so he's going to try it again here. That one no good as well. Copperhead fans didn't like that one. Didn't like that call. This one hit fair. Scott Moore looks to turn. He's going to be safe at first. Nice hustle from the shortstop. As now Kenji Suzuki. Last time he was at bat, he got walked. He ended up being one of the only guys to reach the bag here tonight so far. And Wilson went to tag Porter up there and just didn't get the right end of the ball on that one. As he's going to be safe, still with 2 outs at the top of the 3rd. Strike 1. Kenji Suzuki in the past 8 games has gone 18 for 31. Now Bob Smith, Ben Stabler looking to calm down his pitcher at the mound. This one high. The steal at second. He's safe. Wynn Jr. knows how to run these bags pretty well. John Stabler, I could argue, has one of the best arms here for the catcher. For a catcher. And if he's safe, he's got to be good. There's now another walk. Suzuki, back-to-back walks. How weird is that? It's now Clark Pike. Dances off against Bob Smith for a second time. He swings and pops that one out. First one no good. Bob Smith's pitch down and in the dirt. Wynn Jr. on second. Suzuki on first. 2 outs. Another one down in the dirt. This maybe the pressure's getting to Smith up there at the mound. Strike, finally. 2-2 the count. Both head coaches of these teams screaming onto the field. Both want a different outcome. There can only be one. Now, Bob Smith makes it more intense. Full count. "63 pitches now for Smith at the top of the third. Strikeout. He swung and missed. Still no runs scored. Stay tuned for Copperheads on offense. Starting this hustle. First at bat. Here at the bottom of the third, Spencer Wilson, the 6'2" first baseman out of Arizona. He's now made his way to Ohio. That one fouling off. Chuck Nash only at 34 pitches. Compared to Bob Smith, 68. And they've both started it. That's 33 more. A 33 difference. As we're going to see, out number one, a strikeout there from Spencer Wilson. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a baseball game, not the real deal, as Hunter Bentley back against the wall. It's gone! Home run! Hunter Bentley kicks this game off. Copperheads now get a run on the board. The score, now 1-0, Copperheads. Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. I was about to tell another story about something random. As this one hit deep into left field. Top of the lineup now, and Hunter Bentley was at the bottom of this lineup as Scott Moore looks to get back-to-back offense. He's finding his way to the first base back. 2 for 2 now for him. Will Manson up to bat. Scott Moore again having to slide in the dirt to be safe. Right before that home run from Hunter Bentley that I was really not expecting. I was talking about, if you're just tuning in, this is MLB The Show 20, sponsored by Southern Ohio Copperheads. Putting this on, having a little bit of fun with you guys, give you some type of baseball. I know everyone's probably heard the MLB is back, but for now you guys are gonna have to make do with this. As Manson swings, 2 strikes now for him. Strike number 2. 5th strikeout for Chuck Nash. As he just knows how to tear apart this Copperheads offense. As now with 2 outs, Copperheads' old reliable Rebay comes up to play. That first one is nothing other than a strike. That one almost knocked Uribe's knees out. He's got 105 home runs out of the 5 seasons that he's played. If you do the math, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just around 30 a season, and he's on track to doing that again this one, as he's got 6 of his own here. This one, swing and miss. 1-2 the count. Strikeout for Uribe. Chuck Nash getting it done. 4th inning when we return. Now batting, Julius Collins. He was Bob Smith's first and only strikeout so far, compared to Chuck Taylor's 5. First one a strike. Home run player like that one. Another swing and a miss. Collins now in an 0-2. Two back-to-back high balls. Another one now. We're at full count. Collins staying patient through those, not swinging at them. Good choice as he looks to stay in this. Come back from 0-2, now full count. This one, another foul ball. Bob Smith now at 71 pitches. This one. It's gonna be, hopefully, come down. A catch here. Copperheads with an out. Now Jamal Mann, right fielder. He swings at that. Copperheads now have Alvin Sparks Jr. warming up in the bullpen. A right-hander that throws some fire. Another one in the dirt. Bob Smith has got to be careful with these. One and two. Copperheads winning this game so far. Only getting that one solo home run from Hunter Bentley. The Jazz have had a hard time even just getting on base. As now we have another full count. And another walk for Bob Smith. As Mann's gonna trot his way over to first. Bob Smith just looks absolutely gassed. He's got 79 pitches written in the books for him here tonight. As Mitch Whitehead looks to take advantage of the slump that Smith might be pitching. The tag out first is close. but they're going to call man safe there. This one right into Owen Moreland's hands. Wow. A full extension jump. He was able to snag that one. 2 outs. Wow, that was something. It's now Ramon. Almost bound to the lineup. With 2 outs, he's got a teammate at first. That first pitch of ball. Ramon eager to get a hit as he's got a 4-game hitting streak going for him. He swings at that. Count 1-1. That one no good. Strike 2. As fans excited, Bob Smith still going hard after 84 pitches. That one bouncing off the dirt. Another full count here for the Copperheads. Another one fouled off. As Industry Center Stadium is now losing a lot of balls. Hopefully some fans will be able to take those home. As finally one's fair. Hit into center field. Tracked down. That's getting on the inning. Jazz still scoreless as the Copperheads look to back here when we come back. CBJ Stinger coming to bat. That first one for Nash outside. CBJ, another veteran on this team, has spent about 4 years here. He always says he loves Ohio. He loves the crowd. He loves the atmosphere. So why change anything? Good guy with a good heart. As he gets strike number 2. He swings at this one. Pops high and at home plate. Out number 1. Here CBJ has to walk back to the dugout empty-handed. Third baseman Owen Moreland, who had that nice snag there to get the second out at the top of the 4th. There, him and Chmielewski share that position. Back and forth games, depending how they're doing, but Moreland steps in today. As he gets ball number 1. Swings at this one. Moreland's almost to the wall. But Wynn Jr. has something else in mind. As that makes it 2 outs now. Trevor Patton, an outfielder for Southern Ohio, wants to change things up. First one a ball. Trevor Patton, the last 4 games, has gone 4 for 10. Not a bad average. Is that one in the dirt? This one, another ball. 3-0 the count. Patton's got to be patient here. It either has to be the most perfect pitch he's ever seen, or he lets this one go by. Good choice not to swing, but Now he's got a strike. 2 outs here at the bottom of the 4th. CBJ. A swing and a miss. Full count. Patton may be waking up a little bit, not expecting it to be this close. Strikeout number 6 for Nash. That one's going to end it. Copperheads go scoreless again. But they're still up 1-0. 5th inning. Finally, a pitching change. Alvin Sparks Jr. He's played 8 of the last 13. He only averages about 2 innings a game. He throws fast and hard, but maybe not for as long as Bob Smith does. So now Andrew Russo, bottom of the lineup for the Richmond Jazz. He's the first to see Sparks Jr., and I don't even think he saw that last pitch. 96 miles an hour. This one shot right at the feet of Sparks Jr. Scott Moore picks this one up, and he's going to be out at first. Nice hustle there from Moore. You'll see him with the backhand, and then right off his foot, he's getting the out. That's out number 1. As Sparks faces off against the top of the lineup. He's going to swing at that one. Strike number 1. DJ Porter hasn't been successful in offense. As I'm just going to say, he didn't swing at that one. But tonight's game going 0 for 2. Ooh, that one just outside the box from my view. It looks good, but when playing out, being a little bit tight with his. Full count now. Sparks Jr.'s, all of his pitches actually, all 7 of them, have been over 90. Spencer Wilson with a grab, snag, and a tag. There at first. Peter Wynn facing off against Sparks Jr. for the first time with 2 outs. That's strike number 1. He's going to swing at those 2. Now in a little hole that he's dug for himself. Strike number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Sparks Jr. ends this one really soon. So now Copperheads have a chance at offense. Now, starting this 5th inning for the Copperheads, Justin Kude. This one popped up to center field. And a quick and easy first out. (6-2). First baseman for the Copperheads. He's gonna let a strike roll past him there. Besides that home run from Hunter Bentley there in the bottom of the 2nd, There hasn't really been a lot of offense from either team. Both pitching getting the job done. Chuck Nash has 64 pitches now under his belt. As those two are both going to be balls, 2-2. Another ball now, full count. We still only have one out here. Wilson's gonna be walked. Chuck Nash, incomplete with that at bat. It's now Wilson is on first. Now, the man of the game here, Hunter Bentley, who had that solo home run in the third, now faces off against Chuck Nash for a second time today. Back-to-back home runs would definitely be a feat to see. This one way outside. Chuck Nash may be running out of gas. Another one outside the box there. As he's sticking to fastballs. Here at the bottom of the fifth, he's really relying on that style of pitch. Whereas when Bob Smith was starting to lose some steam, he started pitching changeup and curveballs, all of that, maybe to take away from the throwing motion a little much. As another full count. Wilson hanging on at first. Back-to-back walks now, as we're definitely going to see a pitching change. You can see Chuck Nash just absolutely exhausted. And it looks like head coach for Richmond Jazz is coming out and having a talk with Chuck Nash, and he's going to stay in this one. Scott Moore now. He's gone 2 for 2 here tonight. Faces off against Nash again. He's gonna swing at that one, but it goes dead. Strike 2. Runners at first and second. Another foul ball. Moore trying to stay hot in this one. Another one of the dirt as this one almost gets behind the catcher, but he's able to stop it. Scott Moore swings. This one back against the wall. It's going to be an out. Runners decide to stick on the bag. There's now 2 outs. Will Manson tries his hand at batting now. That one a ball, according to the home plate umpire. Will Manson has been able to get a hit off the Jazz yet. And hopefully something will change here for him. Another foul ball. Manson not able to really get the connection between his bat and the ball. He now has 3 foul balls back to back. dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. And he reaches for that. Out number 3. Chuck able to end this one. Stay tuned. Copperheads up to bat when we return. Kenji Suzuki now. As the visibility is getting much lower here. The fog really spreading up as Suzuki swings and hits off that. Moreland picks it up and we got out number 1 early on. But the fog now getting a little bit worse. Especially from this camera angle. You can't really see Pike's face. It's going to be tough for the batters to not only adjust to the fog but to a new pitcher. As like I mentioned, Alvin Sparks Jr. now pitching. That one was some crazy movement. Another strike. He's gonna swing at that one. Now the count 2-2. Another ball there. Full count. And yeah, even in the bullpen, both teams are having some trouble seeing their catcher. I know these guys are good at baseball, but my God, I couldn't even see Sparks Jr. pitch if he told me when he was going to throw it and then put this fog on top of it. I mean, it's definitely got to be hard. This one bounced around. And the runner's going to make it to first. Trap 3rd strike. Or actually, no, that was ball number 4. This fog's getting into my head, guys. So now there's a runner. On first is Julius Caesar. Oh my gosh, Julius Collins. Now up to bat. Another ball. And if you guys hear fireworks or anything, that is coming from me. The neighbors are just way too excited for the 4th. And then if you hear a dog bark on top of that, that's my dog. He doesn't like fireworks, so just be conscious of that if you hear fireworks or dogs. That's coming from the computer. So now the count 3-0. Sparks maybe having a hard time. This one fouled off. Strike 2. Another 3-2 count. Pike talking to his teammate, maybe giving him a signal or a sign. He's going to swing at this one. Spencer Wilson gets in the foul territory. He's going to catch this. 2 outs now. Jamal Mann. Up now in the bat. His 2nd time facing Southern Ohio's pitching. As now he's got Sparks Jr. to worry about. Phenomenal man in his past 7 games. Has 7 RBIs to go along with that, so averaging about 1 a game. Which also means he's getting hits. Nice movement there, but just skimmed the box as the count 2-1. This one hit deep in the left field. Catch there by Patton to end this one. Copperheads batting when we come back. Now, Copperhead's very own Brennan Uribe. As this fog now is just getting thicker and thicker. Obviously the lights are on. The sun is set, but this fog's not going away. That one high. 2 balls now. Another ball there. As maybe the Jazz might need to do what the Copperheads did and get a pitching change going. Chuck Nash recording 88 pitches here tonight, bottom of the 6th. Finally a strike for Nash as he takes a big breath out. Uribe swings. This one deep. And did he catch it? He did. Sorry guys, with this fog, I'm not able to see this game too well. Almost looked like Collins was just waiting for something, for that ball to fall into his glove. As now CBJ again hitting. Strike 1. Ball. Nash's pitches haven't been too consistent here late in the game. We'll see if he gets to 100 pitches. Is that one a ball recorded at number 93? This one popped up behind home plate and unable to snag that one. 2-2 the count. This one swung. Makes contact, and first base, second base, and right field were there to collect it. As now we have 2 outs. Ohio's very own Owen Moreland comes to play. Strike 1. Last 3 games has gone for 4 for 10. It hasn't gone positive here in tonight's game, but we're only in the bottom of the 6th.
Now is 1 and 2.
Chuck Nash, 37 balls, 61 strikes. Moreland swings. The scoop at third, and he's out. Copperheads again. Don't score. 7th inning when we return here on MLB The Show 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Now, another change for the Copperheads. Sparks Jr.'s will take a seat. Pavon Wise steps up. 7 games he's played, averaging about 9 innings.
Leading off for the Padres.
As Mitch Whitehead will be the first to face off against Wise. That one with some heat behind it. 98-mile-per-hour fastball. one. Strike number 2. Copperheads still have guys warming up.
Nope, that's a ball.
Oof. Fans not too happy about that one. And neither am I. That one looked like a strike to me. They'll mark it in as ball 1 and 2. This one way outside. 2 and 2 for Pavon Weiss against Whitehead. Full count. Wise has got to dig here. He doesn't want a runner at first. This one shot in the gap there, which means short. Between Uribe and Moreland there. Whitehead's gonna make it on base. Now, Romo again comes to play some ball. As there's a steal at second. And they're going to call him safe there. Whitehead got the better end of that one. He's got more there for the tag. Maybe just a little too high. There. Nice running by Whitehead. Another wild pitch there for Wise. 2 and 1. This one, popped high. Tracking back against the wall. Bounced off the wall there. Jazz looks to score at home plate. He's going to be safe. Whitehead tying this one up. Domaro getting an RBI and a single for himself. Now, just a runner at second. So that's strike number 1. Andrew Russo this season, only 3 for 16. Hasn't played in many games. Again, this is only second season here with Richmond. He's in an 0-2. This one outside, a ball finally. That one, a strike and a swing to go with it. Give him Wise's first strikeout of the night. Now, top of the lineup again. DJ Porter, face off against Pavon. It's his first swing. Makes no contact with the ball. A ball there. And another swing and a miss there. DJ Porter not happy with that. Back-to-back balls. As Romodomo's hanging out at second. Maybe getting in Pavon's head at the mound. Full count. Still only one out here. Top of the seventh. The Jazz scoring in this one, tying it up as Porter makes his way to the first base bag. Pavon Wise first walk of the inning. So we're going to see another pitching change. David Waite coming in at 7 games. He's played 6 innings. Coach likes to use him as a closer, sometimes a relief, and I think here he's doing a little bit of both for Pavon Wise. As now Peter Wynn Jr. has seen all 4 pitchers after facing off with White, who will have played against every single hitter. So that first one's fouled off. Swing and a foul. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Junior gone. As Wade's first batter is going to be a strikeout. Not a bad way to start this one. Now the left-handed hitter, if you can see him. I'm just having a hard time seeing him. I know this is a video game, but Kenji Suzuki got walked both times at bat. Maybe looking for a hit here, as he's got teammates on first and third. He swings. This one shot. Uribe snags. Again, you'll see Ramon's hit. He gets the double. Jazz score, tying this one up at 1-1. Now, Seth Jackson comes in. Coming in for Chuck. As he had 99 pitches recorded. Now that I look at the stats, oh my god. And Seth Jackson's first pitch is a strike. Good way to start the game off. A lot of pitchers always say it's almost good luck when your first pitch is a strike. As he now gets a little bit extra luck, 0-2. That went outside. Again, that one outside. 2-2. Full count now. But Jackson has kind of switched around in this at-bat. This one, shot deep in the center. That was enough power This one gets tracked in, out number 1. Now, Justin Kude, the DH. He had that strikeout and an infield pop up here as he faces another pitcher. Seth Jackson, another first pitch is a strike. This one a hit and a scoop from the first baseman for the Richmond Jazz. He ends that one quickly. 2 outs now. Spencer Wilson up to bat. That one in the middle. Nice looking strike.
Outside, that's the ball.
Another pitch outside. And the swing there. Wilson unable to make contact to see if it's another strike.